Welcome students, I am Mr. Simanchal Panda going to start the class of tablet coating. Earlier we discussed about tablet coating part 1. In this class we will discuss about different types of coating, different defects and the remedies we have to go for it. There are different types of the coating I told about the last class, that is the film coating, and basically sugar coating and film coatings are two different type of coating which are widely used in pharmaceutical industries. They are having lot of advantage. They protect from the environment, they give the attraction to the consumer, they give a mark for the patient who are consuming the medicament regularly. The doctors will identify the medicine and remember with its good quality of the tablets. It is one type of good manufacturing practice. So it will make the same type of molecule from other company by making a special coating layers. Sometimes this may be used for the rate control of drug. The film coating sometimes is of different type. It can be used for the parenteral coat. We can see that whenever we are taking any kind of tablet, it is going to the intestine and it will absorb in the intestine. Some drugs are not stable at the different pH range, for example at the acidic range of the stomach. So in order to avoid that one, we can go for a coating that is known as the enteric coating. So whenever it is remaining in the gastric juice at the acidic range, the tablet is protected from the environment by a particular phthalate type of environment, and it will not allow the drug to come inside, and it will protect this tablet. So if there will be coating, it will come to intestine after some time and it will release the drug slowly, and this is known as the enteric coating. So film coating is basically made a thin layer with a application of adhesives and polymers. Those are having the dye, it will give the color appearance, and it is film is very smooth and it is having very glossy appearance, and it is having good popularity as it will not gain more weight. In sugar coating we can see that there are different phases in which we are making for the sugar coating, and it will generally make the weight of the tablet more than 60% of the original weight, and these are generally most complicated process, sugar coating. But in case of film coating, these are the easiest process, and we can go for the modern approach like tablet, capsule and pellets by surrounding them with a thin layer of polymeric materials. There are different type of materials which are used for coating. The first one is the polymer. Polymers are nothing but the monomers which are repeated in a particular molecules, and these polymers are generally approved by FDA, which are used for the coating. This is actually used with the solvents. It is made miscible. Then we are adding the plasticizer, because due to the constant spraying, it should have the nature to spread on the surface and give the good elegant appearance also. So we are taking the polymers and solvents, and we are taking the colorants. This will make a mixture with the plasticizer, so that whenever it will spread on the surface of the tablet, it can smoothly make a uniform layer of coating on the surface of tablet. The polymers, solvent, plasticizer, colorants must be approved by US FDA. So there are different type of the coating process. We can see that a single stage process which involves spraying a coating solution, then the solution is sprayed on a rotating tablet bed followed by drying, which facilitate the removal of solvent, leaving behind the deposition of the film of coating material around each tablet. So whenever we have to go for the coating, we must have to see that the color has to uniformly distribute in all surface of tablet, because we know that tablet is having different type of surface. The upper surface, that is the bulky surface, outside concave surface, outside, inside, and sometime we can see a circular place is present, and it has to be made a very uniform color. Sometime if the colors cannot be sprayed properly or the tablets cannot expose the surface, in a to the coloring spraying material, it may go for the non-uniform coating, and it may lead to a defect of tablets. So the pan, there are different process for the film coating. We are generally using the coating pan. In that, the coating pan has to be rotated. Along with, we are using some amount of the temperature gas, so that whenever this will get contact with this coloring material, it will adhere on the surface uniformly and it will go for the spreading. And this pen generally rotate in a particular speed, so that all colors can uniformly get contact, and it will make a smooth layer and a uniform layer. I was discussing about the enteric coating. This technique involved in enteric coating in protection of tablet core from disintegration in the acidic environment of the stomach by employing pH sensitive polymer, which swell or solubilize in response to an increase in pH to release the drug. Why we will go for the enteric protection? Because first of all, it will mask the odor and taste. Secondly, it will protect the active ingredient from the acidic environment of the stomach. Third, it will protect the local irritation of the stomach mucosa, because sometimes some drugs which are having the local effect, irritation effect, whenever it is getting contact with the mucosa of the stomach, so whenever it will come to the intestine, it will really may irritate the stomach, and it may lead to different inflammation or vomiting effect. So the drug may go for the loss, and the patient may suffer different hazardous symptoms. So release of active ingredient in specific target area. As I told earlier, the enteric coating is made in such a way that it will protect this drug to get out from the core material inside the stomach. But whenever it is getting contact with particular pH, this is the basic pH, slightly basic pH in the intestine, the drug will release slowly as the polymer will start to dissolve at the particular pH range. So there are certain so that the release of the active ingredient in specific target area with the gastrointestinal tract. So there are different type of coating pans which are generally used for the coating. Type of coating pans are conventional coating pan, or it may be perforated coating pans. So from the conventional coating pan, it may be Pellegrin pan, it may be immersion soak type of pan, there is maybe immersion tube type pan, and from perforated coating pan, it may be Acela coater pan, high coater pan, Drea coater, flat pan coating equipment, Schutlin, butterfly pan, Dumoulin, IDA, Axe coating equipment. Like there are different variety of coating pans are available. There are some standard coating pans are there. We can see this will start to move at a particular velocity. It will start to rotate the Pellegrin. We can give some inside the hot air, and from the exhaust it will go out the exhaust air, and the coating pan will start to rotate. The circular metal pan mounted at 40 degrees, 8 to 6 inch diameter, rotated on a horizontal axis by motor. Heated air is supplied in the air supply exists by mean of the duct. Here it is seen that we can see the tablet, this pan will go for the rotating, it will move to and fro, the downward it will move to upside, and it will slowly it will move to downside, so that the it will maintain a particular velocity, but that may not lead to breaking of the tablet. So the pan rotates a very slow velocity. The air that having the inlet air supply given, so that the hot air will come, and again whatever the exhaust will come out along with the spray, directly we can take the colors and go for the coating. There are different drawback of standard coating pan. The mixing efficiency of tablet was poor, then drying efficiency was low because much drying took place on surface of the tablet bed only. The improper balance, black and white, the introduced exhaust air increased the chance of health hazard of the operator and risk of explosion when organic solvents were used in the coating solution. So there are different type of the disadvantage in sugar coating which can be lead in this film coating. That is, the advantages are cheap, safe and coating material, the cheap coating machine, then good patient compliance for the sugar coating, that it can be reprocessed, it will require less hardcore, but in case of the sugar coating, the disadvantage lead to time consuming process, high weight gain, increasing packaging and shipping, required trained personnel and imprinting problems are also there. The coating process I told like last class, whenever the materials like the plasticizer and etc., the coloring agent, the polymers will get contact with the coat surface, it will start to spread, and once it will start to spread, it will form the film coating and we are getting the coated particle. So first one, there are different type of defects are there for tablet coating. First one is known as the chipping. Chipping is nothing but the involvement increased brittleness of the tablet. We know that due to the up and down movement of the tablet, sometime due to the constant processing, it may go for the brittle, and the tablet during this coating may go for the breaking. So there are different reasons are behind that. Generally, the attrition take place during the coating process, like if excessive use of fillers and pigments and some low standard of polymer or the low polymer content will be given, then it may lead to that chipping defect. How we can recover it? By increasing the hardness of the film, by increasing the molecular weight of the grade of polymer, and we can avoid the chipping effect. The next type of defect is known as the sticking and picking. The sticking involves sticking of tablet with each other and with pen works. Generally, if we are using more amount of polymer and these are the sticky in nature and this may have some moisture content more, we can see that they will stick to each other during movement due to the adhesiveness, and whenever we can see the drawing will take place, if they are getting close to each other, they will stick to each other, and the common place whenever we were making it separate, we can see the coating layer are not proper. So sticking involve the tablet with each other with the pen whorls, sometimes they will stick to each other, and we can reduce the sticking effect by using optimum efficient to drying condition, increase the inlet air temperature, decrease rate of application of coating solution by increasing viscosity of coating solution also. So next one is known as the roughness. We can see that whenever the sprayer is having the polymer and the colorants along with the plasticizer, these are sprayed on the surface, that may not give a elegant surface, and due to that sometimes we can see that due to the excessive drying, the color come close to each other and that may have some rough surface. The causes may be the drying of coating solution before reaching the surface of tablet during spraying. Sometimes excessive pigment concentration if they are present, so it may lead to the roughness. We can go for the remedy for it by moving the nozzle closer enough instead of making them far away from the pan. Then we can reduce the degree of automizations. The causes are the absorption of moisture, internal state relaxation after compaction, the excessive coating material concentration. We can make it useful, and we can avoid this cracking type of defect by adjusting the coating solution concentration. The another type of defect is known as the twinning defect, two or more tablets that stick together, and this is cause is due to insufficient drying, the higher rate of application of coating solution, and we can overcome it by choosing appropriate shape of tablet, controlling the drying and rate of movement of pen, and we can also adjust the coating solution concentration. The another type of defect is known as the blooming or hatching, the polish of the product to take a forced appearance. This may due to high temperature during formulation or exposing to high humidity conditions. We can go for its remedy by controlling humidity conditions, formulation temperature monitoring, and etc. There is another defect is known as the bridging or filling, like in the diagram, that picture it has been seen that it occurs in tablet consisting monogram or bisections. Coatings shrink or pull away, that is known as a bridging. Whenever we will see this shrinking of the polymer will take place and it will go for the pull away effect. It shrinks generally. This type of defect is known as the bridging. And whenever excess type of excess filling is taken place and here narrowing, then that's known as the filling. The improper application of the solution, poor design of the tablet embossing, high coating viscosity, high percentage of solid in the solution, improper of the atomization process, and there are certain remedies are there by control of spraying of coating solution, soft edge font for the monogram, atomization control, concentration of coating material. Then next one is on the blistering. An unsmooth coated surface shows a number of uneven spots called as the blisters. We can see certain marks are present, and these causes are due to effect of temperature on strength, then elasticity and adhesion of the coat. So we can use the mild drying to avoid this type of blistering defect during the tablet processing. The another type of defect is known as the orange peel effect. We can see that the coating mixtures that resemble the surface of an orange before drying causes a bumpy or the orange peel effect on the coating. We can see that due to the excessive drying, sometimes the tablet having the coating materials, they are just remaining away, just remaining like the orange, the peel of the orange, and this type of defect is known as the orange peel effect. So it can be explained in a simple way that if you are taking the tablet, that is the core material, and due to the excessive drying after the coating, we can see that coating materials are they are physically, we can see these are separated, these are not having the good adhesing with core material. So that generally seems as if someone has peeled from the orange, and this type of defect, that's why is known as the orange peel effect. So there are different causes that are behind that. The rapid drying, and if the solution is quite viscous, that adhesive force is somewhat less compared to the cohesive force of the coating material, so it will start to separate from it. The high atomization process of combination with spray rate, high solution viscosity. The remedies are thinning the solution with adding additional solvent, and we can control by drying procedures. The color variation, sometimes we can see that due to the concentration of colors, that the adhesing, we can see that if the dye are getting more close and getting more concentrated on the surface, and it is having the less in another tablet, we can see there will be slight variation of the colors. So it there may be different causes. It may be the mixing problem. If you are not mixing it properly, it may lead to that type of problem. Uneven spray pattern, insufficient coating, then unevenness of the surface of the subcoat, that may lead to various different deposition of dye on the surface, and the concentration lead to a different change in colors and in the appearance. The remedies are lake dyes. If you are using some lake dyes, we have to avoid, we have to take the lake dyes, we have to go for the geometric mixing for the uniformity of dyes. We can go for the mild drying conditions also. So today we studied about the last part of the coating. So we just completed the chapter of tablet and tablet coating. So we will see the next in the next class with the new chapter. Thank you very much.